Oi oi people, and welcome back to another episode of the Bogan Breakdown. Sorry, it's been a little bit of a while. I was a little bit sick, so I missed a game, and then obviously we've had the international break, so I've been doing other things. A couple of things to catch up with over the international break, guys, because it is the first breakdown back. I've obviously shaved me head. I've gone full Thierry Henry, full fucking Freddie Ljungberg. It's gone, people. You know. I don't hate it. I don't think it looks too bad. Maybe I'll grow it back out again. Maybe I won't. Over the international break, obviously Smith Rowe got his call up. He got a goal. Saka got a goal. Ramsdale got his call up. He got his debut. He had a clean sheet. It's quite funny that the Leicester fans were taunting him, saying that he's shit and that he'd never played for England. And then a couple of weeks later, There he is pulling on the shirt for England. These international fixtures, guys, do my nutting. I just every team is just smashing teams. We shouldn't need to have these fixtures. We shouldn't need to have the fixtures. We know who's going to win before the game even starts. We know that the scoreline is going to be ridiculous before the game even starts. So what is the point in having the fixtures? Look, the only good thing that we can say now is that there's no more of these stupid international fixtures until March, I think. I think March is the next international break. So bring it on. Lots of club footy until then, and obviously Champions League, the Europa League, and whatever the fuck that league is that Spurs are in. You know what I mean? So yeah, the Liverpool game, guys. That is this weekend's game. It's on here at 4:30 a.m. on Sunday, which means it'll be 5:30 in the UK on Saturday, I believe. And traditionally, guys, this is a game that we do not do very well at. The last time that we beat Liverpool in the league at Anfield was 2012, the 2nd of September 2012 to be specific. It was a 2-0 victory to the Arsenal. I believe Cazorla scored in that game. The last home victory we had over them was in 2020. We won 2-1. You guys probably all remember that. It wasn't too long ago. It was a bit of a scrappy win. Last season, we played Liverpool 4 times, I believe, which was quite a lot. Or maybe not last season, but in the last 2 years, we played Liverpool 4 times. So we've in the Premier League, we lost 3-0 at home. We lost 3-1 away. In the Cup, the EFL Cup, we won 5-4 on penalties after a scoreless draw. Remember, that was the game that they played. Played a load of kids. And then the Community Shield, we won 5-4 on penalties after a 1-1 draw. So it looks, guys, as if we only win this game if it goes to pens. And it won't be going to pens. So, it seems like the best we can hope for is a draw out of this one if you go based on recent history. If you look at the form, guys, Liverpool obviously lost their last game to West Ham, which is a bad thing for us, I think. Usually when Liverpool lose a game, they come out the next game ready to fire. And if we're on the receiving end of that, guys, we are dusted. We're cactus. It's not going to go very well for us because usually Liverpool can come out and blow a team away in the first 20 minutes. And that's the end of them. And we've seen that happen to us previously, with those games for the league last season. That's exactly what happened to us. We got absolutely blown out of the water quite quickly. Hopefully we can do something this game, but I'm not expecting anything really. I think I was talking about their form, and I got on a bit of a tangent there. So they obviously lost their last game. They drew the game before that. Before that was 2 wins and then a draw. Obviously we've won our last 3 and we drew the previous 2. We're unbeaten in 9 or 10 games in a row. So guys, we're in good form, but do you ever hold that much hope going into this fixture? I think there are a number of talking points from an Arsenal standpoint. I think the first one is Partey fit? So, look, if Partey is fit, he obviously is the first name in the midfield. If he's not fit, then what do we do in the midfield? It looks like he was back in training. All reports suggest that he's going to be fit, so that is a good sign for us. Hopefully he starts in midfield. The second question that begets then is, who do we put as his partner in the pivot? Do we play a 3? Do we shift to a 3? I would think that Arteta sticks with the system that we've been playing and doing well at, which is kind of the 4-2-3-1, but with Laka in the 10, so it's almost a 4-4-2 of sorts. It's quite hard to nail down what formation any team plays in the modern game, because they change so much. But yeah, the one with Laka and Aubameyang and Saka and Smith Rowe on the wings. So in that system, who partners Partey? I think we've obviously got a few options. We've got Maitland-Niles, who I think's done pretty well defensively in midfield. Maybe not the most progressive. We've obviously got El Neni, who brings a lot of energy, but not much else. We've got Lokonga, who is still quite young, but he's done all right so far this season. Xhaka, I don't think he's back. I saw some pictures of him in training, but he won't be back for this game. It would be pretty stupid to start him in this sort of game anyway, because I feel like Liverpool's midfield runs a lot, and he doesn't run a lot, so he'd probably be the worst person to start. But look, it's a tough question who we want to stick there, and I'll get into who I would put there towards the end of the video. The second question for me is Tierney or Tavares. Tavares has obviously been in really amazing form, and because he's been in such amazing form, you don't want to drop him. This is a really tough game. Our left back's going to be up against Mo Salah. Do we think Tavares can deal with that? I'm not sure, people. I'm not sure. Is it an idea to play Tavares at left wing and Tierney behind him? Is it an idea to move to a 3 and play Tierney at left centre back with Tavares on left wing back? Look, there's a lot of questions. A lot of questions, guys. I think for me, I'd play Tierney in this game. I think Tavares has been great so far this season, but for me, Tierney's played over the international break. He's fit, and he has dealt with a Mo Salah before. He has been rinsed by Mo Salah as well, but at least he has encountered a Mo Salah before. He's probably the most informed player in the world, and I don't know if I would stick Tavares up against him just for his own sake, I think. Liverpool obviously have a bunch of injury doubts as well. Robertson, Henderson, Mane, Firmino, Milner, Keita, Jones and Elliott I have written down here. From memory, I think Bobby is out. I think Mane is back in contention, and I think Henderson is back in contention. I don't know about Robertson, but in any case, if they don't have Robertson, they got Tsimikas, who is he's been pretty phenomenal this season anyway, guys, to be honest. So I don't know if that's much solace for us in Robertson not being there. It would be nicer if they were losing some midfielders. So how do we beat Liverpool, guys? How do we beat Liverpool? That's the big question, I guess. West Ham in that second half kind of sat off and countered. We're capable of doing that. Do we want to play someone like a Pepe? He's not in the best form. I wouldn't be playing Pepe, to be honest. Do you kind of flood the midfield? That's like a Brighton did or a City did, and they caused Liverpool trouble by doing that. And that's something that we could do with Lacazette dropping and putting a lot of pressure on Fabinho. Do you play a 3 in midfield? Do we even have the midfielders for a 3 in midfield? If you do that, then obviously you're losing one of the strikers. I think for my lineup, guys, I think I would stick with the system that we've been playing. And the reason for me saying that is because I don't really expect us to get much out of this game, to be honest. We don't traditionally do well at Anfield. You can tell by the last time we won there being 2012. Liverpool weren't great for a substantial amount of that period, and we still couldn't beat them at Anfield. They are one of the best teams in the world now, and we are certainly not on that level. So for me, what I'm looking for out of this game is a performance. I'm not looking for a result necessarily. It'd be great to get some points. It would be amazing to get 3 points. Imagine the chest we could walk around with if we got 3 points, even though it's just one game in 38. Sometimes you got to back the boys, and you gotta back the boys. You gotta chat up your team, guys. But yeah, I don't expect anything out of this game. So for me, my thought is let's try and get the best out of Arsenal. And the best Arsenal that I've seen this year, or this season, I guess, is that 4-4-2-y sort of formation with Lacazette, with Aubameyang, with Smith Rowe on the left and Saka on the right. In midfield, you know what? I would actually be tempted by El Neni in this game, because we want someone who's just going to run around and put a lot of pressure on the Liverpool midfielders. It'll be interesting to see what Arteta does. I think that second midfield spot, presuming Partey plays, right? If Partey doesn't play, I think it has to be Maitland-Niles and the Conga, because I think they've formed a little bit of a partnership. They kind of understand each other a little bit better than any other combination that we could make. Even though I think if it is Lokonga and Maitland-Niles, I think we're dusted, because that midfield is going to run over us. They're going to have Hendo, they'll have Fabinho, and they'll have Thiago, and we're fucked if they run that midfield and we've got Lokonga and Maitland-Niles. If we have Partey there, the second spot is fucking interesting to me. Very, very interesting. I want to see what Arteta does. The second question is, does he drop Lacazette and play Odegaard to put even more players in the midfield and try and flood the midfield, put some pressure on Fabinho? However, I think Lacazette can put the pressure on Fabinho. I don't think we need to play another midfielder. So that's for me. Look, guys, if I was going to be honest, I would predict a 2-0 win to Liverpool. But because I'm not in the business of getting my predictions right. I don't care if I get my predictions right or if I get it wrong. I'm going to predict a 2-1 victory to Arsenal. Right? If this is right, I'm going to rub it in everyone's face. So 2-1 to Arsenal. Smith Rowe bags, I reckon. We can't let them score first. We have to start faster than they do, and they start fast. So let's see if we can get it done, guys. Come on, you gooners. I'll see you guys on Twitter at 4:30 in the morning. Drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment if you can. It would be very much appreciated, guys. It does really help. All right? Laters.